Good morning. It is day number 45 of 100 videos in 100 days. I'm sitting at the park. Got some things I got to get done here. And then Tristan has made a little door for the chicken house, aka tortoise house. I have to run by his woodworking shop and get that. And I'm going to vacuum out my truck. I got it washed yesterday, but I need to get it vacuumed. I need to run by the building and get some wrapping paper. And I just finished up a coaching session with a client. And I thought I'd talk about what we kind of talked about this morning. And that was the integration of your parts. So there's this assumption that we have an inner child and those other various parts of ourselves, the teenager, the young adult, the 30-year-old, the 40-year-old, the 50-year-old, depending on how old you are. You have all these parts, and I've really been working at integrating all my parts the last 5 years, and it's interesting that now I'm really into integrating that part of me that was traumatized as a girl. And so in the session today, my client is going through that integration process as well. Now, how do you know that you're not integrated? I would say one of the biggest signs, and it doesn't have to just be these other younger aspects of ourselves. It can be us. Take me as a 56-year-old woman. If I had a group of friends that I was being this way with, and then I had a group of friends over here that I was being this way with, and both of those parts are part of who I am, but I don't show up as a whole to either side. And you may have 4 different groups or 5 different groups where you are a different person in those groups. And as we went through the session, we talked about how you need to build up your foundation pieces internally here, and then come to those different situations in your life as a whole person instead of a fragmented person. A lot of times our family of origin, if we haven't seen them in a while and we go back and see them, we can become the child aspect of ourselves that knows how to relate with family in a different way. And you don't want to show up as the child because then they treat you like the child. So you want to do your work to build your foundation and have a stable foundation. And the integration process takes some time. It's not like, okay, now you have this awareness and everything changes. That's not how that works. But once you're mindful of it, and the exercise that I gave my client was to write down, draw a picture. If you've got 2 kind of separate personalities, and I think it's okay that we have split personalities, because that's kind of how we're raised. You behave this way at work, you behave this way at school, you behave this way with your family, you behave this way with your current family, with your spouse and your children. But really, my opinion, the healthiest way to live life is to integrate all those parts and come to each one of those parts as a whole of who you are. So the exercise that I gave my client was to draw a picture of yourself in each one of those roles, put down the characteristics of that persona, so to speak. You know, what are the characteristics when you're dealing with family? What are your characteristics when you're dealing with your spouse? What are your characteristics when you're dealing with work? And then on the back side of that same sheet, draw a picture of yourself and put all of those characteristics inside the body. So make it so you can write words inside the body. And begin with that piece of integrating. So you start to change your awareness. You bring the parts together. And I love Maya Angelou, because you can't go back and unlearn what you've learned. So after this video today, you'll start to see yourself integrated as a whole person instead of these fragmented parts. And if you found anything helpful in this video, please like it, share it, subscribe. And I'm almost halfway through my 100 days. Sometimes it's a struggle in my brain. It's like, why am I doing this? But I'm observing without judgment, and I'm just going through. Roger and I had a little bit of a talk about, what am I wanting to do with this channel? And it's Amelia's diary, so it's my life. And hopefully by sharing my story and my life, I'm helping some of you that are watching. So that's day 45 of 100 videos in 100 days. Christmas is 2 days away. I may or may not do a video on Christmas, but we'll see. I will see you tomorrow.